Chelsea Whitlock claims her ex blew their chance of winning a chili cook-off when he was a no-show. Terrence Grady says Miss Whitlock ghosted him after he cheated, so he didn't bother to waste time showing up.
All right, Miss Whitlock, you are suing your former boyfriend, Mr. Grady, for $5,541.40 in entry fee, groceries, and prize money you're sure you would have won if he had continued his commitment to enter a chili cook-off.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All righty then. How long were you two dating?
We were dating for about 3.5 years.
Oh, that's a bit of time. And had you two broken up by the time the cook-off was going to happen?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What happened?
Well, my ex, Terrence here, he decided to cheat on me. And we had already signed up for the cook-off, you know, all the expenses and everything that I took care of. He decided to cheat on me at a local bar with God knows who. And
how did you find out?
He told me.
Oh, okay. And when he told you, what did he expect your reaction to be?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
And what was your reaction?
My reaction was that we needed a break, or we should.
A break? That's
Yes. Yes, I was
you didn't
done
want to
with
just
him.
flat out dump him?
I told him I was done.
Okay.
But we've kind of been there before, so.
An infidelity?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So you tell him we need a break. What do you say? I'm done, or we need a break? What is it you say?
I told him that we were done.
All right. And were you living together at the time?
We were, Your Honor.
So, did you go in and take everything out?
I did, Your Honor. I packed my things and went to my mom's.
All right. This was how long before the chili cook-off?
This was about a week before the chili cook-off.
Chelsea's fury is palpable as she recounts the story of a breakup right before the cook-off. But what's truly shocking is that they'd signed up as a team together. When someone ghosts a commitment like that, it's more than just hurt feelings, it's about the betrayal of trust. Can a person really walk away without consequences? Or is it fair to hold someone accountable even after a messy breakup? This is a legal and emotional roller coaster.
Now, had you entered the chili cook-off in the past?
Yes, Your Honor. I am the 3-time reigning champion. Well, we both are, or were.
Okay.
But 3 years, Your Honor.
Now, when you say you both, why couldn't you just go in? You had all the groceries and you had everything the week beforehand. Why couldn't you just do the chili cook-off on your own?
We signed up as a team like we do every year, and if
That's a different category than...
That is correct, Your Honor. If you're a teammate...
Couldn't you just get somebody else to fill in for him since you guys had broken up?
No, Your Honor. We signed up with our names.
Right, but couldn't you say he's unavailable and just give in some other person's name?
Maybe I could have, but he didn't say that he wasn't showing up.
So what did you think? You thought, just a second, sir. So did you think after you broke up and you haven't talked to him, when did you finally say, hey, you coming to the cook-off? Like, when did that happen?
Yes, the day of the cook-off, I was there waiting for him. I sent him a text message. I also have those here, asking him, was he coming to the cook-off and that it was about to start. And he told me that I said I was done, so he figured he just wouldn't show up.
Okay, so you are suing for what you spent on groceries, the entry fee, and the prize money, because you're so confident that you would have won this year.
That is correct,
because you are the
Your Honor.
3-time reigning champion. Okay. Were you going with a different recipe this year, or were you going with the same recipe, just out of curiosity?
No, Your Honor. We keep the same recipe every year.
Okay. And whose recipe is it?
It's my grandmother's.
Okay. And is it a big secret?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay.
He knows about it.
Okay. Well, I want to know about it, but that's not why I was... All right. Mr. Grady, what's going on? Why did you leave her high and dry after you had committed to being in this contest?
Your Honor, Chelsea hasn't been honest about anything, okay? She's very manipulative, all right? She's controlling. We were together for almost 4 years, and we finally decided to move in and take our relationship to the next level. So, you know, in the beginning, she was great. She was a loving girlfriend. Once we decided to move in, she became very overbearing. I couldn't do anything without her leaning over my shoulder. If I go get a haircut, I put on sweats to go get a haircut, and she's like, "Why are you all dressed up?" And I'm just going to get a haircut, okay? If I go ride my motorcycle with some of my friends, That was an issue for her.
Yeah, to do what? Cheat?
Okay, well,
No one was cheating on you.
except for that you admit that you were cheating on her.
Your Honor, we have these arguments a lot. And so about a week before the chili cook-off, we had a big argument. So I just needed to blow off some steam. I decided to jump on my motorcycle and ride down to the bar that me and my buddies go to all the time. And that's all I did, was just ride down to the bar, Your Honor. That was all.
Did you cheat on her or didn't you?
Coming up on Justice for the People.
What do you do in this chili cook-off? What is your role? Because it's not your recipe. You don't do the groceries. You don't pay for the groceries. You don't pay the entry fee. So what is it you do?
I support her.
And later,
So I woke him up and I said, what is this? This is crazy. Like, what does this explain? And he didn't deny anything. He admitted that he had cheated.
Oh, he
And-
told you he cheated.
Yep.
Okay.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Millian. We're back with the case of Chelsea Whitlock, who is fighting with Terrence Grady over a chili cook-off.
Okay, so Your Honor, at the bar, I was very upset. I was talking to a young lady at the bar, and she saw I was upset. The next day,
It seems that Terrence is trying to justify his actions. He admits to cheating, but then, oh wait, he blamed the UTI for his mishandling of the situation. Is this guy for real? Is he really trying to point fingers at his ex's health issues to downplay his own betrayal? The courtroom tension just doubled, folks. Get ready for what's coming next.
regretted meeting that young lady at the bar.
Okay, no, you skipped the part I am asking the question about. Did you cheat on her? Go ahead, you can answer. We all know.
Well, yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
But
so you cheated on her and then you confessed to her.
Well, I felt really bad. I was
Is that a yes? You confessed to her. You told her I cheated on you.
after a few weeks because I felt really bad and I was very distant.
Okay,
And she asked me, why have you been so distant lately?
okay.
And then I got very upset with her and I started accusing her of being controlling, like she's always very controlling. And then I told her what happened at the bar, that I met a young lady and I cheated on her.
Okay, so
I wanted to be a stand-up guy and tell her the truth about
Well, no, a
what
stand-up guy doesn't cheat. All right, but then you tell her because your conscience is getting the better of you, and you do tell her, and then she says, we're done, and she breaks up with you.
Well, it didn't actually happen that way. So once I told her what happened, she was very angry. She was shocked, of course, right? And she got in my face and started yelling at me and screaming profanities at me and all of these things. She's crying. So I'm trying to console my girlfriend. And I say,
Console
hey,
her? Well, how were you trying to console
well,
her?
I was trying to, console her. Tell her,
Meaning
hey,
what? Trying to hug her?
I was
What do you
trying
mean?
to hug her, hold her. I told her we can fix this. I'm very sorry for what I did. She didn't want to talk to me. She was crying. She packed everything up.
I don't be crying.
And she said, don't talk to each other, please. And she said, I'm done.
She packed everything up and she said, I'm done with you.
Okay.
And she stormed out.
And then did you try calling her?
I called her over and over, Your Honor.
And she wouldn't answer.
She would not
Did you
answer.
text her?
No, I called her.
Okay.
I'm not going to text.
All right, that's fine. I just want to know what efforts you made to reach her. And then now a week passes, and it's the day you guys are supposed to be there, and you get a text from her saying, are you coming? I'm waiting for you. Are you shocked that you got that text?
Yeah, I was wondering why was she texting me? Because a
So here we are. In the heart of the drama, Terrence admits to crashing Chelsea's car. But does that mean he's fully liable for the damage? How does this tie back to the earlier argument? It's clear that distractions, whether from arguing or external pressures, can lead to costly mistakes. But can he really escape responsibility with this argument? Stay tuned as we see what the judge has to say.
whole week passed. I called her over and over, and there was no communication. She wouldn't, she wouldn't pick up my phone call. So I said, okay, she's actually done with me.
What was the plan between the two of you? Why was she spending all of the money on the groceries and the entry fee? Why didn't you guys split that?
Because she's controlling.
That's a terrible way to control things.
Well,
Better,
no,
more
you-
controlling, a much more successfully controlling way would be to get you to spend all that money.
Well,
But go ahead.
because I said when she told me about the chili cook-off, I was super excited. I thought this
Well, you
was-
guys had done that every year and won, so it's a good way to make money.
Well, yeah, but that previous year, we were getting into a lot of arguments because of her.
No, that's fine. That's not, you're not answering my question. When it was time to buy groceries, why weren't you there splitting it with her?
Because she wouldn't let me. Because what she wanted to do was spend all the money on the groceries, and then once we win the $5,000.
So everybody's just banking on the win, huh?
Yeah, and she would have taken most of the money. Because she's...
Well, what have you done all these other years? Have you split the award money, or no, it's her grandma's recipe? What's happened? What do you do? What do you do in this chili cook-off? What is your role? Because it's not your recipe. You don't do the groceries. You don't pay for the groceries. You don't pay the entry fee. So what is it you do?
I support her. I help set everything up. I carry all the big, heavy pots. And we just have a great time, you know, talking about, you know, how we're going to do it this year and things like that. So
all right, and then do you ever get any of the the prize money?
I mean, she keeps most of it. I mean, she gives me a couple of dollars.
Of course, I'm the only one paying every time.
No, it's because
but you could always, I'm sorry, don't talk to each other. The time for that has passed. How is it that you expect a court of law to assume you would have won the $5,000 pot this year? Just because I mean, is there just no point in a contest because you're going to win it and doesn't matter who the new entries are? You want me to literally call it a given that that's going to happen?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. My chili is the best chili. And like I've said, I've won 3 years in a row. I knew the fourth year that I would win as well because...
Yeah, but that is not a certainty. That's why it's called a contest. And so I'm not going to order him to pay you $5,000. I think if you two enter that together, he should be paying half of your costs. I'm going to order him to pay you $270.70. I don't know why you would think that this was still going to go forward when you weren't accepting his calls that week. Like, how weird would it be that he just show up and expect to be? He would think you were going to smack him when you saw him. He wouldn't want to be around you if you didn't want to be around him. He was giving you the space that he thought you were serious. Apparently, you weren't all that serious when you said, I'm done. However, now stop. Since I believe that this was a joint effort on both of your parts, I am going to order him to pay you $270.70, which is his half of the joint endeavor. But no, I will not assume that there's no reason to have a contest.
The judge drops the bomb. While Chelsea was confident she'd win, the judge is not buying it. The chili cook-off is a contest, not a guarantee. So why is Chelsea so adamant that the $5,000 was hers to claim? Is it entitlement or passion for the prize? The ruling is in $270.70. The dream of winning big evaporates. But let's not forget, this is more about principles than the money, right?
Because you're going to win every time. That's my verdict.
All rise.
Judge Millian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $270.70.
You do this all the time, and I'm so happy you're out of my life.
Good riddance. Next time, stand on business. We won't have these issues.
Yeah, whatever.
You'll be back.
Coming up.
It was raining as well, but you know, he wasn't paying enough attention to the road. And
did he crash?
Yes, he crashed the car into the curb.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Millian. Shelley Kemper claims her ex lost control of her car during a heated argument and crashed into the curb. Christian Johnson says he skidded in the heavy rain while rushing Miss Kemper to the ER, and only her tire was damaged.
Miss Kemper, you are suing your ex-boyfriend, Mr. Johnson, for $248.06 in damages to your tire when he was driving your car. What happened?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Shelley Kemper. This is my ex-boyfriend, Christian. While we were dating, there were a couple issues in our relationship because at that time he had just come back from a trip, a study abroad trip, and I saw a text from his ex-girlfriend that they met up. He was sleeping at the time, so I woke him up and I said, what is this? This is crazy. Like, what does this explain? And he didn't deny anything. He admitted that he had cheated.
Oh, he told you he cheated?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then what? You stayed with him?
No. At that time, I was like, this is crazy. I need a break. And I mean, I threw him out and he left. And I thought we were probably going to be over. But then, Your Honor, he started texting me a lot and calling me and seeming like he was very remorseful, very apologetic. So I ended up taking him back. And After that, I invited him to a Friendsgiving that my friends were putting on at the time. And at the Friendsgiving, I started to become ill. I wasn't feeling well. I noticed that I had to use the restroom frequently. And when I did, it was very painful. And overall, I was in a lot of pain. And so I thought I probably had a UTI.
Okay.
And when I
A
confronted him,
urinary tract infection.
Correct.
Which you felt he probably gave you.
correct.
Coming up,
With that being said, she was acting crazy, so I kind of, that's what response she got from me. But a little backstory,
Did you cheat on her?
I did.
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Millian. We're back with a dispute between Shelley Kemper, who was suing Christian Johnson for a damaged tire.
I thought he was definitely cheating again. And with the UTI, I just it was too much. And
So what did you do? You're at the Friendsgiving, and what do you do?
well, I was in a lot of pain, and so I said I had to go to the urgent care, or the ER, or something. And so he actually decided he was going to drive me, and I had driven there in my car, and so he drove my car to drive me to the ER. We went to the closest one we could. And while we were in the car, I was still upset, and so we were arguing, and it was raining as well. But he wasn't paying enough attention to the road, and
Did he crash?
yes, he crashed the car into the curb.
Okay, so he hit the curb and hit the wheel. And then did you get to the ER?
Yes,
And did you get medication or whatever you needed?
I did.
And then the next day you go out to your car and you see what?
It is completely flat. And so I called my cousin, who's a mechanic, and he came to my place. He tried to fill the tire with air, but he told me that the tire had to be completely replaced.
Okay. Let me hear from you, Mr. Johnson.
How you doing, Your Honor? I'm Chris Johnson. I'm from Santa Monica, California. Honestly, I think with that being said, she was acting crazy, so I kind of, that's what response she got from me. But a little backstory, I did.
Did you cheat on her?
I did.
Okay.
I did, and I admitted it too.
And then
I had
she
no
got
problem.
a UTI and she kind of blames you.
She did, but you can get UTI from
You
anything.
could.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And after I
But
checked.
who crashed the car and why?
Honestly, it was storming
It's like
outside.
crash is a little strong. You
Yeah.
ended up sliding into the curb,
Yeah, I slid the curb. I hit the curb.
but you hit the tire pretty hard because you killed the tire.
Yeah, I ran over the whole curb, making the right turn. So
Well, okay, who was driving when that happened?
I was.
Judge Millian's verdict when Justice for the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Millian.
It was storming, raining. The conditions were unbelievable. I could barely see, and we were actually arguing throughout the whole ride. That when she came out the restroom.
Does that make it her fault?
No, it doesn't make it her fault, but it does cause distraction, and it does cause.
Right. Nobody's saying you did it on purpose.
Right.
The allegation in court is that you did it negligently. I'm waiting to hear the defense, and I don't hear the defense.
I just
You're
don't think
driving the car. You drove it onto a curb.
Yeah.
The damage to the and the fact that it needed replacing is on you, and yet you won't pay for it.
No, Your Honor.
Yeah,
No.
I got news for you. You are going to pay for it. Because I disagree 100%. You're driving the car, and you have to drive it responsibly. And if she's yelling at you and putting you in a position where you can't drive it responsibly, stop driving. But if you take it upon yourself to drive under those conditions, then you take it upon yourself to drive carefully under those conditions. So yeah, any damage that happened to the tire is 100% your fault. $248.06, verdict for the plaintiff.
And there it is, Judge Millen's final verdict. Terrence is ordered to pay Chelsea $270.70, his half of the expenses. But the real question is, will this judgment bring closure, or is it just a small patch on a much larger wound? Let us know what you think. Who's really to blame for the chili cook-off debacle? If you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more gripping courtroom dramas. Until next time, keep it real, folks.